about protein. Now, since I'm vegan, a lot of people will ask me, how do you get your protein? I guess the mindset is that if you don't eat meat, that you're not getting enough protein. However, as you will see today, there are plenty of foods that contain protein that are plant-based. So what is protein? Protein is made up of amino acids, both essential and non-essential. The essential amino acids the body cannot produce, therefore we have to find them in our foods. The non-essential amino acids are the ones that the body can produce from other substances. So what does protein do in the body? Well, it helps with the formation and maintenance of tissues, the synthesis of antibodies, which is defense against infection, also the formation of blood hemoglobin, production of enzymes, and also produces energy. So it's obvious to see that we need protein in the diet, but how much protein should we be getting in a day? Well, for the average person, we should be getting between 45 to 50 grams of protein per day. So what happens if we're not getting enough protein? What if we're deficient in protein? Well, some of the signs for deficiency in protein are weakness, immunodepression, which is a low immune system, edema, and liver failure. So we can see that we're needing to have enough protein in our diet. However, it's important to make sure that we're not getting too much protein in the diet because excess protein can lead to renal and rheumatic disease, gout, and also making our blood become more acidic. Okay, so now that we know that we need protein in the body and how much we should be getting, let's take a look at some of the plant-based foods that contain protein. First off, I have some soybeans here. Soybeans are an excellent source of protein, and half of a cup of soybeans, it contains 13 grams of protein. Also, I have some tofu here. In just 3 ounces of tofu, it contains 6 grams of protein. Soy milk is also a good source. In 1 cup, it contains 7 grams of proteins. And in nuts and seeds, depending on which ones, the average for 1 ounce of nuts or seeds is 9 grams of protein. Also, if you're having nut butters, peanut butter, almond butter, whatever kind that you like to have, in 2 tablespoons, it contains 8 grams of protein. Quinoa is an excellent source of protein because it's a complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids in it. And so for quinoa, half of a cup has 12 grams of protein. Also some oats if you're wanting to start off strong in the morning. For half of a cup of oatmeal, it contains 12 grams of protein. I bet you didn't think that one did. Also beans, I have some black beans here. In half of a cup of cooked beans, it contains 7 to 9 grams of protein, so beans are always a good source of protein. Also some lentils, in a fourth of a cup actually, it contains 10 grams of protein. And here I also have some soy yogurt, and in 1 cup it contains 9 grams of protein. And I also have this little serving of hummus, and it contains 4 grams of protein. So you can see that there are plenty of plant-based foods that contain protein, and this of course is not all of them. There are many other foods, more vegetables, whole grains contain protein as well, so if you're having whole wheat bread, 100% whole wheat bread, you can look in the label and see that it contains protein as well. And rice contains it also. Just be aware to look at your labels to see if something does contain protein and how much protein is in there as well. But something simple that I like to do instead of having to count how much protein I'm having in the day, I'll look at each one of my meals and I'll say, okay, where's my protein in this meal? And I want to have at least 1 or 2 servings of protein to make sure that I'm getting enough for the day. So it should be obvious by now that in a vegan plant-based diet, there are plenty of sources of protein in plant foods. Also, benefits of choosing plant-based foods for protein is it's free from cholesterol, higher in fiber, it's often alkalizing to the body, and typically it's lower in fat and calories. So don't let people tell you you can't get enough protein on a plant-based diet because there's lots of protein in plant-based foods. So don't ask me about my protein, and I won't ask you about your cholesterol. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.